What's going on, guys? Heath Shangles here, Freedom Marketer. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button, man or girl. Why have you not already? This channel's freaking awesome, dude. Alright, so the question is on the table. Should I become a real estate agent, or should I become an investor? I'll just tell you my opinion. Look, I have thought about obsessively, compulsively becoming a real estate agent so many times, and I've never done it. I'm like, hey, it's like, I don't know, somewhere in between $1,000, $1,500 in Alabama. I don't know what it is in other states to become an agent, like for all the fees and all that, and then you got to study to pass the test and all that. But I'll just tell you, there's like an invisible war going on between agents and investors. It's there. Oh, it's there. Now, I have a good friend that is, well, you know, I think a lot of him, that is an agent and started his own brokerage about a year back, something like that. You know, so he's a licensed agent and broker, and love the guy to death. And he's a good guy, and he works heavily with investors. Because that's how I know him. You know what I mean? It's from being an investor and him helping me move some deals and stuff, right? Like, and boy, it comes in handy. Him being able to list deals on the market, and like, for instance, if I'm wholesaling a house, and this specific situation happened, I was wholesaling a house, and in order to close the deal, these people that I was, you know, purchasing the house from, they didn't have anywhere else to go. Once they got the money from me or the end buyer on their house, they had nowhere to move to. They had no other home lined up. So, you know, get on the phone, call up my buddy, and he's like, yeah, hey, you know, hey, tell them, you know, give them my number, whatever, and, you know, we'll connect and see if I can't help them out. So I did that, and I told them about it, and I told them about him. I'm like, hey, he's a great guy. Probably help you, maybe find somewhere to go, you know what I mean? We can close this deal and get this thing rolling, right? And, he did. They agreed to that. They got in the car with him, and they went house hunting. And, he showed them 2 or 3 different properties, which I had looked up some online, but, you know, once again, because he's an agent, he's got access to the MLS, you know, and tools and stuff that I don't. The MLS is you know, that's where it's at. That's where the best information's at. And by the way, if you're ever selling a house, I don't care if you're a wholesaler, agent, fix and flip, or whatever, the MLS, that, when you put something on the MLS, that is the biggest buyer's field that exists, okay? There's not anything bigger than that. Like, you know, you can put something on Craigslist, Facebook, yada, 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 but the MLS is going to give you the biggest buyers potential, like most active buyers that there is. That opens up the door for all investors, all whoever, people that want to live in it, people that want something to rent out, who are like long-term investors. They're in it for the long game. You know, it opens the door for everybody. So the MLS is the best place to list something as far as finding a buyer, you know, in most cases anyways. Sorry I got off on a tangent on that, but I would always still suggest being an investor, okay? And, you know, you can also be an investor who is a licensed agent. Now, here's the downfall to that. This is what I've been told, and this is what I've also heard from a lot of different people, is that whenever you are an investor who's a licensed agent, right, and you go out here and you start wholesaling deals and stuff, what happens is the people with the state, they want to check in with you all the time. They want to know, okay, we see here that you closed on this deal and we didn't hear from you. Okay, you didn't call us, you didn't tell us anything, or submit the deal. Because I've never been an agent, I don't know. I just know that you have to enter information and stuff, and it's kind of like they want to know why you're listing houses or doing deals, closing deals. and they're not getting a piece of that money. That's what this boils down to, right? That's what it boils down to. And I said there's an invisible war between agents and investors. Well, there is. And whether they admit to it or not, I don't really care. I know what the truth is, and it's there. It's just that some agents are great people, and not that the others are bad people. It's just that they're great people, and they work with investors, and they're smart. Like, they realize, like, hey, why be enemies? If I'm a real estate agent, why be enemies with an investor whenever I can work with an investor instead and open up the door for like a gajillion more opportunities to make money? That's the reason we do this, right? Is to help people and make money at the same time. Like, what greater career is there, right? That's where I get my happiness, is helping people. Well, you can help a lot more people by being an agent and an investor. That is for sure. If you know how to play your cards, and you can multitask, and you got to be willing to work hard and hustle, because that's exactly what you're going to be doing. Because that phone's going to be all day long, different stuff. You don't know if you got to be an agent right now or an investor in the next 5 minutes, or you're working with somebody who don't know jack about real estate, a homeowner, a seller, someone wanting to buy a house, or if it's an investor, a wholesaler like me calling my friend who's an agent, hey, I got a deal, man, can you help me move this deal? You know what I mean? You know any buyers who might want this thing, right off the top of your head or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like, or I do a fix and flip, and I'm like, hey, I got one I need you to list. Boom, he just got a listing from me because I just finished another fix and flip. You see what I'm saying? The door to opportunity opens up the more you're willing to work, and the more people you talk to, the more friends you make, the more you network. Can blow your business out of the water, man, if you're willing to do it. Instead of being shut down, having that scarcity mindset of, well, I'm a real estate agent and I don't like investors because they take all our deals. They take all our deals. Like, do you know how hard I have to work to get a deal? If an agent works as hard as me to get a dadgum deal, son, they will kill me. They will kill me, because that, they might not make as much per deal, but they're gonna get listings. That's a fact. Like, because I can't just go list a house for someone to sell. Like, that's not a deal for me, and I'm not licensed to do that. An investor's not licensed to do that. You see what I'm saying? So agents just gotta learn to work hard, okay? And I know this may hurt feelings. It might, but I'm just telling you, get off your butt and work your butt off, and stop thinking that just because you run a business, you're gonna be out here balling all day and night just because you got a cute little name tag or business card or your name on a billboard and your pretty little face. Like, hey, I get it. You may be smoking hot, but you're gonna have to work still, and we all know that. You know what I mean? To be successful, I don't give a crap what you're doing, what you are, what your job title, self-employment business title is. You're still, at the end of the day, an entrepreneur, and a small business owner, entrepreneur, has got to work. You gotta work. I would be an investor still all day, guys. And if anything, become an investor, learn the ropes, then go become an agent later on if you want to add that qualification to your repertoire, okay? Because as an investor, okay, first of all, as an agent, they're going to brainwash you with all this book work, material, coursework, paperwork, gajillion words on a gajillion pieces of paper about laws, rules, stipulations, and you're going to start getting like, oh, well, I'm scared to do that. I'm scared to do this. I may lose my license. I might lose my license. I might lose my license. Like, just stop. Just stop. As an investor, you're not going to worry about that crap. You got to worry about that. You ain't checking in with nobody. State of Alabama or the state of Georgia or the state of Washington or California or New York, they're not your daddy. They're not your mama. They can tell you what to do. That's how it is as an investor. You're free to do as you want as long as it's legal. And it's not that hard to learn what's legal and illegal, okay? Just do what's morally right and never go around claiming you're an agent. Always say, hey, I'm selling the contract to this house. As a wholesaler, I'm not selling the house unless I own it. And, if I'm listing it if an agent's listing it for me, then he or she is selling this house. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I'm wholesaling a house, I got it under contract, I want to go assign it for $10,000 more and get my assignment fee for $10,000 to the end buyer. Well, I'm not selling that end buyer the house, and I'm not selling this house for the seller. I'm not. I'm selling my rights, my contract. Once I get a purchase contract on that baby, it is now, I have what they call equitable interest in this property. I have it under contracts. I have the rights, the sole right to buy this property over anybody else, and they can't sell it to anybody else either. During the 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever I got it under contract for, whatever we set that end date for, I've got it under contract till then, which means they can't sell it or market it in any way, shape, form, or fashion to anybody else. It's mine until I say, hey, I don't want to buy this, or hey, here's the money for this. You see what I'm saying? As an investor, you can watch my other videos on this. I don't want to I'm already over 10 minutes here, almost 11. Guys, there's so many options for you as an investor. You can be a fix and flipper. You can buy rentals, buy apartments, buy duplexes and quadplexes and rent them out. My favorite is wholesaling because it don't take much money at all, hardly any, to get involved in it, and not only that, but to thrive at it. If you're a hustler, if you're a hard worker, but you have no money other than just from your job or whatever it is, oh my gosh, the sky's the limit for you, my friend. If you are a hard worker, if you're one of those people where, like, wherever you work at now, if you still have a job, like, you're the hardest worker there is in there. You're like hard up, son. Like, let's go. You know what I mean? Every day, pushing everybody, and like, even if you push other people or not, you know how to push yourself. You're a hard worker. Wholesaling is the game for you, I promise you. If you're sick and tired of slaving away for someone else, and you want to up your money, and you want to up your everything, like you want to work for yourself, you want to be your own boss, wholesaling's where it's at. That means that puts you in the classification of being an investor. Okay, you can worry about that agent stuff later. Now, this is just my opinion. Like I say, I'm really not trying to hurt feelings, but if I can hurt your feelings and it make you a harder worker, if I can hurt your feelings and it make you turn your business up 65 notches to all of a sudden you are an all-star now, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Like, I don't care. I will make you mad or hurt your feelings and make you cry. I mean, you say, I hate that guy. First of all, you don't need to be hating anybody. You need to love everybody. But secondly, if that will put the fire, if that will light the fire under your butt to make you go live your life like you know you can deep down, if that will make you actually give 100% instead of about 25 to 35, enough to just get by, if you treat your job as an agent, your business as an agent, like you do a normal job, just enough to get by, and you make just enough to keep from losing everything you got, but you don't really have any extra money to go spend. You really can't go on vacation or afford to take any off days, and whatever. You're dragging butt all the time. Hey, if I can get you to get out of that and get into realizing that every winner, every greatly successful person in the world knows that little bit more of effort that you can squeeze out of yourself, that is all the difference. In football, if you are an inch short in racing, I don't care if it's NASCAR, I don't care if it's Indy cars or if it's drag racing, whatever it is, football, racing, any sport you can think of, basketball with the ball, an inch or a mile, it does not matter. A win is a win and a loss is a loss. Life is a game of inches and almost. And I almost had it going. Man, if I just had one good month, I'd have had it rolling then. If I just had this one opportunity, boy, I'd got it going then. I'd have had it made then. If this one thing happened, don't be that guy or gal. Be the guy or gal who puts in that extra mile, that extra effort, whatever it takes for you to put in that extra little bit of effort. I promise you, that's going to be the difference in winning and losing. That's going to be the difference in your business being a huge box office hit success and rolling in the money and not. Do you hear what I'm telling you? That's the difference. Go the extra mile. Don't be a lazy butt. Don't be out here hating on investors, or don't be hating on agents if you're an investor. Let's work together. Let's close this gap that's between us, and stop acting like there's some sort of invisible war and there's a problem. It's like, hey, I ain't got a problem with anybody, investor or agent. And if it makes money, it makes sense to me, as long as it's morally right and I'm helping somebody. That's what this business and this whole game's about. Okay? Alright, guys. Sorry I'm like losing daylight on you guys, like big time. It's literally getting dark and I'm running out of time. So love each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. I guess I'll see you guys on the next video. If you've not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the little bell icon wherever it's at. It'll notify you every time I upload another video. Keep up with this, okay? Learn. What's it gonna hurt you to learn? What's it gonna hurt you to get pushed a little bit every now and then? To have somebody coach you up a little bit. I think we all need a coach. I really believe that. We need a mentor at some point in our life, but we all need a coach for the rest of our lives. Michael Jordan had a coach. LeBron James has a coach. Tiger Woods has a coach. The best of the best are going to tell you the same thing. You need a coach. You need somebody to kick you in the butt, okay? You're never too young to teach, and you're never too old to learn, all right? See you guys on the next one. Bye for now.